Okay, before we get there, it's a tradition at UCLA Anderson to select a student from each of our MBA programs to speak for their respective class members. This year it's Kevin Chung from the FEMBA class of 2023. So Kevin was chosen on behalf of his classmates, so please, Kevin, welcome.
Well, how are those light breezes? Feels nice. I think there's the winds of change. Love you too. FEMBA graduates of the class of 2023, esteemed family, faculty, and guests, we see before us a student body finally united in the flesh with Bruin pride and honor, something that back in 2020, which as a reminder, our program is 3 years long, so 3 years ago, was unthinkable as the COVID pandemic took away our ability to network beyond the confines of a computer screen. Orientation for us was limited to drinking glasses of wine or juice in front of the Zoom while joking about the embarrassing moments our classmates might have brought up from an unmuted mic or a video camera revealing a little something too much in the background. FEMBA class of 2023. Let's finally cherish this moment of strength in numbers. Take a look at your fellow students to your left and right. If you like them, if you hate them, you still have to do it. Underneath, we're all wearing that same cap and gown, but underneath that visible layer, we have each dealt with our own unique pandemic-related struggles, all of which have added to our acrobatic act of dancing through work, study, and family needs over several years. And the list goes on of these challenges specific to our times that made the road to graduation so rough. The loss of loved ones due to the global pandemic, or the introduction of new ones to an unfamiliar world. I believe we call those babies. Social isolation, or even discrimination, accelerated by a rapid transition to digital-only discourse. Struggles in the workplace, or hiring timelines changing due to uncertain economic times. So many of our colleagues and peers couldn't understand how we could make all this work in addition to all the things that were happening in our personal lives. Saying things like, I can't even imagine doing a program like that, especially now. And it probably had you all thinking, at times, how could I be possibly doing this too? Well, as Professor Terry Kramer always reminds his fellow tech management students, we all need to be in search of the so what beyond the facts and figures. In other words, even though we're all receiving the diplomas, we're all here today, things we've earned after several years, what did this really mean for us in the end? Well, I believe the so what is this. In front of us is living, breathing proof that despite a global pandemic, 3 years of classwork in front of every single collaboration tool and platform imaginable, and most recently, this inflationary roller coaster, FEMBAs can overcome challenges, distractions, and pessimism in a way that shows the naysayers, we get the job done. Now, some of those challenges, though, I admit, were those we self-imposed on ourselves. What do I mean by this? The feeling of FOMO when we missed out on one of Kevin Chi's parties and adventures. Oh my goodness. The tensions that grew when Michael Tong or Janet Huang wore their USC shirts to the Bruin sporting games. Or the guilt as to whether we made a mistake by not investing money into Ryan Alimo's growing venture. At times, it really did feel like we were helpless trying to adapt to an environment we couldn't really control, which led to us venting out our frustrations in ways that made for uneasy moments at town halls and other times we met with our admin partners. But we've done all this in retrospect because we're passionate about wanting to leave things better for the next class and make the quality of this here institution ever better than when we started. FEMBA class of 2023, our time has come. Recognize that despite this being one of the greatest challenges of our lives, the opportunities will never stop coming to us as long as we keep our energy and enthusiasm alive. We've already done this before. In the words of John Wooden, winning takes talent. To repeat takes character. Congratulations again to all of you, and thanks to all the faculty, staff, and loved ones that have given us the opportunity to be here today. Thank you very much.